Hi, I'm Jen Lowe, and here is where we grow. I want to give some encouragement and words of wisdom for any parents that are going through the NICU journey with their baby. I'm a first time mom, and my baby was in the NICU for almost 3 months, and I was there every single day, multiple cares and multiple hours. And these are the things that I wish I knew going in. Hindsight's 2020, but if I can use my experience to encourage other people, I'm also a social worker, and I'm going to do that because I think hardships that we go through can build community and support for other people going through that. One of the things I learned through the NICU is whether or not your baby's going to be there a few days or a few months, in our case it was a few months, you can advocate and request a primary nurse, primary and secondary nurses. That means that your baby obviously gets around the clock care, and you can request, if there is a nurse that you really like, that like clicks with you, and you can share your story, or you just like how they respond, or how, if your baby likes the nurse and responds in a certain way, you can request that when that nurse is on shift, that your baby would get assigned to that nurse. Some hospitals, you can request like up to 2 or 3. Sometimes if that nurse is taken because they have other primaries, you can do second. They can be on a wait list or a secondary. But consistency is so important. Especially for the care, you want your baby to get the best care possible. So near the end of our maybe 2 month, at the 2 month, 2.5 month mark, we were advocating for primaries from our favorite nurses, and everybody seemed to be taken. There's day shift primaries and night shift primaries. So whoever works days and nights, if you have a list, and you can have up to 2, I think, on each shift. So that's 4 nurses that your baby would be getting in the same contact with during a week. And so I think month 2.5, we finally were able to click with some, and it was awesome. One nurse of ours actually requested to be Luca's nurse, and that was so sweet that somebody reached out and was like, I care for your baby, he's really special, we've bonded in a certain way, can I request to be his primary, that when I'm working I can work with him. And that's just, it's flattering. It's like, oh, they love your baby as much as, not as much, but to have somebody advocate to be your primary is a really special feeling. So by the end of our NICU stay, we had 2 day primaries. One was over a weekend, and one was the 3 days out of the week she was there, because they work long shifts. And then we had a night shift primary. She was 3 or 4 days a week, and it doesn't matter at midnight, 3 a.m., 5 a.m. when I would call and check in on him, because I would miss him during the nights, especially when I'd get up to pump every 2 to 3 hours and was just thinking about him. I wanted to know how he was doing. It was nice to be able to talk to the same nurse that knows your baby's baseline, knows what that's a social work term, but what strategies help calm your baby, and if you have a relationship with them and you have shared what they like or what's worked when you can calm them down, it's just really nice. And I actually learned the primary piece about the nursing NICU staff through an online support group for NICU parents. It's called Hand to Hold. It's based in Texas, but they hold Zoom calls, and so they have month or weekly support groups, and you can also request to have like a one-on-one support person or kind of parent partner that has gone through that. And mine that I had, like, she had lost a baby in the NICU after a few days, and then one of her other babies was in NICU, and like, she's older now and has like 4 happy, healthy kids, and just being able to talk to another parent that has gone through it and learn that wisdom. So that's kind of my hopes for some of these segments on my channel, being able to share what I experienced and the things that I learned from it. So look out for shorter but more tips to come around NICU advice and how to navigate that. So take care. Thanks for watching.